Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Some more Trillium love, courtesy of my man Ben. I appreciate you, brother. This is Max Headroom, and I don't know if this is the, what do we say, the Imperial version? I think it is. The ABV is higher. I don't want to say it's double dry hop version. It's the Imperial version, I think. This is the, per the can, 9.1% alcohol by volume, double IPA, regular Headroom. We actually just drank it, 8%. So we'll call this the Imperial version. Mosaic Galaxy in Columbus, just like the last, canned on July 30th. So time of recording, today's August 21st. We are 3 weeks old. Like I said, with the last one, just if you guys watched the Headroom review, same with this one. I think they canned this and then let it sit for a week or so, and then they released it. I think this got released 2 weeks ago. First weekend of August? No. Second weekend? No. I don't know. Who fucking cares? I've enjoyed this year's Headroom. I've enjoyed Headroom every single year. So I've never had this beer. I'm not expecting much of a difference, I don't think. Can you really tell the difference between 8% and 9.1% when it comes to alcohol? I don't know. We'll find out. This beer looks a little lighter, I will say. But other than that, it looks like Headroom. We're using our Trillium, what is it, dialed in? A dialed in glassware. Because it's the only Trillium glassware I have, and beer tastes better in proper glassware. True story. There was about a finger of same thing, like rocky, sudsy, whitehead, dissipating super quick. Like if you poured this and gave it to me, I would say this is Headroom. Looks the exact same. I said it looked a little lighter. Who knows? Who knows? I don't have them side by side. I should have done a side by side, but I decided to drink these on their own. So, it looks like a Trillium beer, right? Haze for days, little pineapple juice. I can smell this beer just like I could smell the other one when it was sitting 3 feet away from me. So, let's go ahead and shove our fat nose in it, see what it's got. It literally smells exactly like the last beer that I had. Crazy. Actually, this one isn't as chalky. It does though. I immediately said in the last review, it smells like how your mouth tastes when you brush your teeth after you drink orange juice. Same thing here. Waves and waves of pineapple. There's like that kind of vegetal green tomato vine thing, like that really intense green thing. There's like, it's so hoppy it gives off like a peppery thing like mango. Papaya, there's citrus, like this. I don't know how, it would be fun to do a kind of blind battle beers between Headroom and Max Headroom, because this smells identical. And it's crazy because it's 9.1% as opposed to 8%, and you don't smell booze with this one either. So, it smells like Headroom. Let's go ahead and taste it. Benny, cheers, bro. Thank you, sir. That's actually interesting. This one, how is that possible? This one doesn't seem as crazy intense as Headroom. This seems more drinkable than the other one. That's got to be my palate being messed up from drinking the last one, right? There's no way, like that shouldn't be a thing. There's no way a 9.1% beer should be easier drinking, excuse me, than an 8% beer. That makes zero sense. The fuck is wrong with my mouth? Damn, that's so good. That's so, wow. That's crazy. It, like we were talking about during the Headroom review, like it's so intense, so over the top. This is still that beer, but my palate has to just be, since we drank that whole beer, because that's what we did with these beers. We drink them, we have a good time with it. This beer doesn't seem as crazy over the top intense. This seems more juicy, more tropical, much more like pineapple forward. I was talking about with Headroom, like it was crazy, intense, bitter on your tongue. You get that on the back end of this, but it doesn't linger as long, it doesn't seem. It's got to be that. This has to be that I drank the other one before this one. There's no way that this beer would be like drinking less of, like, I don't know. It's messing with my brain right now. But yeah, it's pineapple juice. It's like every citrus fruit you can imagine, as far as like orange, tangerine, It's pithy. There's grapefruit. It offers, like I said, that green vegetal. Like think of smelling tomato vines. It even gives off like a little bit of like a pine thing, which is cool. I don't know if that's from the Columbus hops. I don't know. I think Columbus is more for like a bittering thing. I don't really think it gives flavor. I mean, you guys could tell me if I'm wrong about that. I'm not sure, but holy smokes, those burps are hoppy AF. But yeah, the mouthfeel on this one too, it's creamy, it's thick. The head didn't stick around on this one, but it's prickly, glides across your tongue. I was going to share the other can. I have one more can of this and one more can of Headroom. Maybe I won't share it. Maybe we'll do a video where we do it blind. Fuck. If you didn't like it. So I'm having a hard time with this right now because Max Headroom was like 4 cans per person during the release. Like, this beer doesn't taste much different than Headroom. So if you missed out on Max Headroom, like, don't feel bad if you got Headroom because you basically got that beer. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not buying into hype. Like, people are like, oh, Max Headroom is like next level Headroom. Like, I literally just drank the other one, so it's fresh in my mind. Like, this doesn't really do much different. It's fire. It's really, really good. But so is Headroom. This immediately is reminding of when I drank Very Green for the first time. And I think I said in that review, I'm like, if you guys missed out on Very Green, just buy cans of Green because Green is as good as Very Green was. This was back in like 2016. But this is immediately reminding me of that. Like, if you missed out on Max Headroom, the hype 4 cans per person from a brewery that brews a fucking shit ton of beer, like, I was kind of bummed out that Trillium did that. Like, you can go and buy cases of beer, and this beer was 4 cans per person. Whatever. It's fine. Like, you guys probably didn't brew it. Maybe you didn't brew that much. I just can't imagine with as big as that brewery is that they didn't brew a whole shitload of this, but it's fine. Whatever. We're not going to get into that, but if you missed out on this, just buy Headroom and drink that, and you'll kind of know what Max Headroom is. I really can't tell a difference having just drank that beer compared to this one. I would have to do a side-by-side, which means I'm going to be an asshole and not share my other can of Headroom, but I guess science is asking me to do that. I mean, this is great, but it's not a whole lot different than Headroom was. So we'll leave it at that. It's world-class stuff. You like really over-the-top, intense, hoppy beers, this is your jam. But if you missed out on this one, don't go crazy trading for this. Just get Headroom. Because Headroom was like, I think it was 3-4 packs per person. So people were getting 3 times the amount of this. Just trade for that. We can get rid of the hype right now. We can derail the hype train. How dare you? That's what we do around here. So, great beer. It's world-class. It's amazing. Good stuff. So, that's Max Headroom from Trillium. If you guys have had it, maybe I'm crazy. I literally just drank the other one, so I would have a hard time like hearing your argument saying this is different. I just drank it 2 minutes ago. That's not true because the video is more than 2 minutes long, but like I literally drank the entire can of Headroom and then started this video. So you're gonna have a hard time convincing me that this is that different. It really isn't. That's the way it goes. So I'm out of here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.